Hamburgers! What the fuck? Uh... Technical difficulties. It says another. Come on. Where's. Oh! Hey! I didn't realize there was a slap there. That's pretty cool. I had a whole thing I was gonna do. Fucking hamburgers, you know? All right, so this is an experiment. We're trying a new computer. I wanted the webcam to look better. Somehow Jurassic fucking, even the fucking those black Israelites, they look cleaner than this. I mean, it is a Paranoid Panda show, but you know, the technical difficulties are I have a screen here and it's touch activated. And I covered it up so I could do a grand reveal. And the cover fucked with my live stream that I had set up, and it fucking closed it out, and I couldn't access it. I had to make a new one. Welcome to the show. It's been a while. You're probably wondering, why is the Paranoid Panda back on Hate My Name? You guys were beefing. That is true. There were some overstepping. You know, when two guys are fucking the same girl and she don't want to fuck around with one of those guys anymore, of course there's beef. Come on. Use your brain. We ended up coming to a mutual agreement. You know, first and foremost, our hatred for Half Geek and his not me. I want to make this a clear for all of the legal people that are involved here. I'm not saying this. People on the internet are saying he's probably a pedophile. But we're here to debate that. We're here to talk about it. But our hatred, our mutual hatred for this man, who the internet is saying is probably a pedophile, you know, it helped mend some of the hostility in our hearts towards each other. He did start to try and steal some of my bits on his last stream, and because of him trying to steal those bits, it started out rough. I'm like, look here, asshole. When Bubbles gets interviewed about that fucking traumatic experience that happened to her, the Paranoid Panda is going to be not you. And you can show my girlfriend, but don't have her talking. Don't let people name her. I already named my girlfriend. What the fuck are you having people name my girlfriend's name is Avarice, and she's beautiful. I don't need nobody. It's okay that he got kissy face in the long run, and I don't have a mommy for fucking Bubbles. I got nobody. Her name is Avarice, you piece of shit. Welcome to the show. Paranoid Panda. we got some paranoid shit to get into today. We're calling some motherfuckers out. And it's a party. It's been a while. It's a fucking, we're consenting adults. Which is completely different than when you're bathing a child that should be old enough to bathe itself. I mean, you can play the old Regal card, only so far, man. Do you dress her in the morning too? Is it just because there's a body of water that you're involved and you think she might drown? Because technically you could drown in a spoonful of water, they say. So Bubbles taking a bath by herself. Ooh, that's probably quite, living life on the edge. It's a very dangerous situation. Oh, look who showed up. Mr. Fuckface himself, Rusty Trombone. Welcome to the shout-out show. If you got the balls to fucking say something, we'll give you a nice little shout-out. Rusty Trombone says, oh, God, I didn't really need to see you clearer. I don't really think it is that clear. Is it? Is it clear? On my end, it doesn't look that clear. Let's look on, let's see what the people of YouTube are seeing. I guess it does look a little bit clearer. Huh. I guess it does look a little bit clearer. And now it's in a fucking mirror universe. Yeah, the old panda's eyes are going, I'm 76 years old. You notice how now, though, I got extra eye holes because, listen, the eye problems have really been bothering me. I probably need glasses. How am I going to wear glasses when I got a panda mask on my face? Oh, you could just switch to contacts. Oh, yeah, that's what I always wanted in my life. A situation where I'm going, gotta touch it. Fuck that. First the eyes, then the dick. You got it around the other way, friend. Some guys have all the luck. Some guys have all the pain. That was just a little ditty to my buddy Michael Berkowitz, who's probably going through some stuff right now. Who knows what it is? I love him though, and I hope it gets resolved soon. So if you're the kind of person that prays, whether you be Jew or Goyim, if you're the kind of person that sends stuff out to the universe and you think that makes a difference in people's life, if that's the kind of person that you are, then by all means, put a little prayer in your heart for the Berkowitz family. I don't know why. Just do it, just because. Lord, could you make things a little easier? Just a little easier. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not being specific. I wouldn't be specific if I did know more. Just if you got a little prayer, send it out to the Berkowitz family for some reason. For some reason. For some reason. But my heart goes out to them. I love them to death. They're good fucking people. The Berkowitz family, not Jews. Don't get it twisted, friend. We got some things to examine today. Dan Snyder. Seriously, so much has happened since the old Paranoid Panda has been around. I started writing some jokes. I got some what do we got here? Lee? Our buddy Lee? What's good, friend? That's bullshit. I said it. I typed it. He heard it. He saw it. You heard it. And now you saw it. It was too bright for you to see. There, it adjusted. It's bullshit. Our buddy Lee is here right now commenting, and his fucking comments aren't showing up. And you go, why isn't the Paranoid Panda getting more popular on YouTube? Isn't it nice how this one, my mouth actually moves when I fucking talk? See, we're fucking doing real things here, fucker. You know, we got a cleaner fucking view of my mouth moving when I talk. This is a pretty great mask, I'm just saying. And now buddy fucking Lee, our good friend of the channel, he is commenting, and we can't see it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to read what he fucking commented. I don't want to hear any bullshit about it. You're fucking up the flow of the show. I want to hear the conspiracy shit. You're going to hear what the fuck Lee was meant to say that YouTube is censoring for some reason. Let's see what he said. He made 2 comments. Is that bamboo in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? And then he said hello to Rusty. You know, not that he should be cordial with that piece of shit, but there you go, Rusty. This man tried to say hello to you. You know, just hey Rusty. And YouTube said, nah, never mind. I'll decide. I'll fucking decide on who you can say hello to today, good sir. Yeah, he can read the comments. Sorry. If you want, Lee, you can just send me a comment here, and I will read it out to the world, because YouTube is trying to censor the truth. Trying to censor the truth, friend. That's what they do to us truthers. Us out here telling people what's really fucking crack-a-lackin'. You know? Who's really washing their baby's ass. And when I say baby, I don't mean baby. I mean, like, almost teenager. You know? I mean, you're almost a teenager and you got your daddy washing your ass. It's kind of weird. It's fucking, I mean, look, even if it happened, even if it had to happen, why the fuck would you talk about it, bro? That's what the Paranoid Panda is asking himself today. Not only is he asking himself, why the fuck would you talk about it, bro? He's also asking himself the same question that Honky Fresh asked. What does Half Geek got to do to get his dick hard for his wife? You know, when you've been in a relationship for 20-odd years, sometimes you got to spice it up a little bit. Sometimes you bring in an extra partner. Sometimes, you know, you got your wife, and maybe she's a little bit bisexual. You know, maybe every once in a while she wants to fantasize about licking on some girl's pussy. You know, what's wrong with that? It's 2024. We live in a world where that's okay, right? Let's not get crazy, all right? And maybe that's what you needed. You know, maybe the guy don't even get in the mix. Maybe he just sits over in the corner, you know, tugging on it. Berkowitz style, fucking watching his old lady and some other old lady get it on. That's fucking fine. I love it. I'm down. Sometimes they might even let him join. Hey, that's fucking cool. Sometimes, maybe you gotta let some other fucking fool come in and fuck her, and that turns you on. You know, that's like the Paranoid Panda. Look, you think I'm gonna talk shit and then not put myself on the serving platter? I've been in multiple group sex, guys and girls, with kissy face. We've done that. Guys and girls, not just guys, not just girls, both. like freak fest shit, adult shit, consenting adult stuff, having a good old time, playing around. We haven't been together for 20 years. We're just young hip kids. I'm 76 years young. But that's the question. What do you got to do, half geek, to get your dick hard for that beast of a woman that you're married to? That fucking she puts the O in beast. Zing! She puts the O in beast. Rebecca Woods. How do you expect Halfcock to take her temperature? Have they really been together for 20 years? Wow. Yeah, it's yes. Help me out here, Rusty. Haven't they been together for about 20 years? If you had to fuck that potato, you'd be washing that tard's ass to get hard too. Rusty, we like to use the term regal, but we're all about free speech. So you say whatever the fuck you want. You say whatever the fuck you want, bro. We got an open show here. All right. Let's try to. Where'd I put? Come on now. Well, I don't know where the other one is. It's fine. I got this one. All right. So let's I'd like to add a comment that Lee gave. He said Rusty has a hamster in his ass and the school needs the class pet back. Rusty, that's fucked up. With all of the funding issues for our local public education, and we got you stealing hamsters from the kids, Rusty. Look, Lee, I'm glad you put him on blast. We're about truth here. But him putting a hamster that was some kid's, class project or whatever up his asshole and letting it, skirt around in there, free some things up. Maybe he's a little bit compacted. Maybe there's medical reasons why he went and did this. Maybe it's not sexual, something that prunes can't fucking cut through. I'm trying to give the guy, this is what they call devil's advocate. I'm giving Rusty Trombone the benefit of the doubt for why he would put some child's hamster up his ass. This is also a consideration that I'm not willing to give Half Geek when it comes to giving Bubbles a bath. So if you want to call me a hypocrite, by all means, the comments are right there, and you're free to say it if you're anybody other than Lee. If you're anybody other than Lee, feel free to disagree. Rusty had to put a snake up his ass because the hamster died. Thanks for bringing that shit up, buddy. Well, look, I think he was doing it not out of spite, but as a comparison. Look, Rusty might be sticking kids' pets up his ass, but he ain't giving no damn near grown woman a fucking bath. I mean, like she's on in a fucking wheelchair, paralyzed from the neck down, like that one company twat. What was her name? Lily? Oh, Lily with the fucking Vlad throat plug. God, it hurts my soul to even say these things, and yet I still say it. It's moments like this where I go, if there is a God, eh, eh, is this really going to be the one guy? Is the Lily joke going to be the deal breaker out of all the other shit? You'd be like, yo, you remember when you fucking talked about that bitch that was fucking paralyzed from the neck down? She had a throat plug like Vlad? That was too far, Panda. I'll be like, wow, really? That was the one? Like, I didn't get any kind of, no kind of a balancing out when I brought up Half Geek washing his daughter's ass and posting about it on social media like it's fucking normal shit to talk about. When your daughter's at least 9 years old. At least 9. See, when that post was made, his daughter was almost 10, maybe 10 years old. What are you doing bathing a 10-year-old, bro? She's starting to get little boobies. That's how a woman's body works, you know? And then when she gets into her fucking mid-20s, she's going to decide that she don't want her boobies and she's going to cut them off like Minnie Manson. Or Elliot Page. However, she's a destitute welfare recipient, so she will never be able to afford the fake abs and the fake penis. Now, EA, check this out. Me and Rusty Trombone were talking about Elliot Page just the other day, and Rusty said something to me about Paranoid Panda wanting that man pussy, because that is exactly what Minnie Manson has. He has a man pussy. But Elliot Page, however, also has a six-pack, a fake six-pack. So you have your own fantasy, Rusty, that Elliot Page has a man pussy. I, however, my fantasy is that Elliot Page now has some kind of prosthetic penis that was grown on the back of a mouse, and it's actually quite nice and veiny. It's very veiny for something that was grown on the back of a mouse. Now, you can have your fantasy about Elliot Page having a man pussy, but I don't, the man pussy with the fake abs, gross. Gross. I want to fucking barf. It's like watching a goddamn fucking Jerry Banks video where he's in public. He's in fucking public. And he's like, I'm just gonna spit in public in a container. Don't mind me, everybody. That's totally normal, right? I'm just putting my spit, so that some person that collects these things, they have to, they're gonna have to dump it out, and boil it, in the depths of Mordor to fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh, I got some laughs. Nice. EA's, that's a lie. That is a lie. Because let me explain something to you, sweet dear. If it's too small, it don't matter the motion. And if it's too big, it don't matter the motion. The extreme. Tiny, Half Geek. Big, Michael Berkowitz. That's one thing about those Jews. They got those big, girthy penises. They got so much penis that they're cutting some of it off and they're making a big deal about it. They're like, yo, we're going to make a fucking party out of cutting some of the dick off of this motherfucker because he's fucking hanging, yo. What other group of people, even blacks Even the blacks don't want to cut some of their dick skin off, and they got plenty. Not the Jews. They got, nah. I'm going to break this bitch in half. I'm going to split her open like a goddamn cantaloupe. I got some more laughs. We're trying to do yeah, we're trying to do jokes today. That's fucking awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. Let's try to keep a momentum going here. Let's see. Let's go to the list. All right. I got a lot here. Let's see. Now, some of this list I just added to it. Some of it I think I've already covered. So let me scroll through this. No, not that. Okay, now I got it in the area it needs to be. So, we're gonna periodically cut back to those. EA says legit had a guy that couldn't reach once. What a waste of my time. What do you mean? Couldn't reach the inside of your pussy hole? Like it just barely cracked the lips? Is that what you mean, EA? I'd like, when you're talking about your pussy and penis, I'm going to need you to be a little more specific. We do have people that are currently masturbating, and all of those little details really help us out. So, I realize that's a lot to type, but, have a little bit of artist integrity, when you're revealing these things. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know exactly that. Yeah, his dick was so small, Panda. It just cracked the lips. It cracked the lips. It didn't actually reach the hole. That's what I meant when I said legit had a guy that couldn't reach once. Is that what that means? Tell me that's what that means. That's what we need to hear, EA. You know how feverishly Rusty is over there beating his dick with a goddamn shampoo bottle halfway up his ass, and you got you fucking being nondescript over here? Come on, lady. Think about somebody else for once. What the fuck? I mean, seriously. Get it together. And so the weirdest thing happened the other day. Where is it? Over here. Oh yeah. I actually washed Half Geek's aborted child, and the condom broke. And honestly, I think the condom was already broken. That's why, but I don't know. I think that I don't understand his brand of humor. But his brand of humor was that he put his abortion in a used condom. It's used all right. And then he fed it breadcrumbs. And he yelled at his wife and said, "You don't tell me how to raise my family." And that man went home after doing that specific convention. And that was the story he told to the people, his family, his friends. When he comes back, that's one of the ones that he told. "Oh, did you have a nice time at your convention? Oh my God. I gotta tell you about this one fucking weirdo in a chicken costume." Matthew Lillard, he's like, when he goes home, talks to his family, he's like, "There was some idiot who grabbed my ass. And then there was this guy in a robe that kind of smelled like pee, and he reeked of whiskey. And oh my God, was he creepy. He was something else." All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, here's a picture of Elliot Page. Oh, let's go the other way. Elliot Page looking all sexy. And it says, "Think she's cute? She's a man. You're gay. You are homosexual. Welcome to the LBGT community." Oh, this one's not going to translate well for the people in the stream. But I am going to post this immediately in Hate My Name. Be a shame if I'm just saying. Be a shame if there were anyone here that wasn't currently in that group that wouldn't see this fire ass meme that our good friend Lee just shared with us. God knows where he got it, but boy, it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, let's see. What do we got to cut? "Stop giving away all my secrets. I like to be it in secret." It's no secret to me, friend. You know? Like, you might want it to be a secret, but we're about the truth, Rusty Trombone. Paranoid Panda's about the fucking truth, bro. It might make it a little weird. It might make it a little awkward. But, you know, it's what I require. It's all about me. You know, if you want a show where you want to keep your beaten off secret, you got a YouTube channel. Go live. I'll make it for that show. We won't talk about you jacking off once at all. We'll just talk about what is it that makes Half Geek's dick hard. Does he think about somebody else? Do they bring in an extra person? Does he just cover her with a blanket? Like, you know, if she's down there sucking his tiny dick, he's got the blanket over her head. He's not looking at her. You know, a man can imagine anybody sucking his dick. For God's sakes, he might be imagining Michael Berkowitz. He might be imagining the new Paranoid Panda mask where the fucking mouth moves. That's probably what he's going to be. Imagine, but these teeth will jack you up, dog. Try and put your dick in my mouth. I'll snatch that motherfucker right off your body like a tater tot. fucking play games with me. I'll suck your dick, Half Geek. Well, give me that little thing. I'll go to town, son. I wonder if I can drink through these. It would be kind of cool. What is... What a great mask. I need to actually do the work on this now and add the tinfoil. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. The mouth moves. I can stick my fucking thing. I can stick my thing in my mouth. I can stick my thing in my mouth. It's that kind of show. Can I do the... I can even do the fucking vape. Word? Oh, shit, man. Come here and give me a kiss, girl. Oh, yeah. She's a sweet, sweet girl. I'm just going to put her right here. You know, because, look. I'm a Miss Kissy Face. They're on some new shit where they're not doing freak shit anymore. But, you know, I got a new girl. I can just play with her hair and have her head in my lap, you know, and then after I pretend that I'm being, you know, that I'm sweet for about 5 minutes, then I just kind of, you know, oh, wow, what's this? You know, it's not so bad. Avarice, she's a sweet girl. And now, I'd like to say, remember to call your mom. No matter what, whether she's dead or whether she's alive. Call her. Hey, Mom, would you like to speak to the people of the live stream? Thank you, Chris. I've been so lonely in death. You barely call anymore. It's so good to be heard. What do I tell you? Always. You always say to me, Mom, without my health, I'm nothing. That's right. Without your health, you're nothing. You're basically Mike Tapp. You got 1 foot in the grave. You got no respect from the community. When you're dead, it wouldn't be even a side note. Without your health, you're nothing. Thank you, Mom, for sending this positive message to the people of the live stream. I know that they're going to really fucking appreciate it. And moving forward, it'll probably make them be more conscious of their health. Maybe they'll start a live stream show where they start working out on a bicycle for fucking multiple hours and drinking whiskey, because that's probably good for you. I mean, right? Whiskey is not good for you. I died from an overdose. Yeah, but Mom, you also had methamphetamine in your system along with alcohol. That's true. Oh, Mommy. It's okay that you're dead, because now you're inspiring kids to live a more healthy lifestyle. Not like Steve-O. Let's talk about Steve-O. That insufferable fucking cunt. And yeah, look, I used to be kind of a fan. Look, I'm a fan of Jackass in general. I used to kind of be a little bit of a fan of Steve-O. I hate that motherfucker now. He is such a self-righteous fucking cunt since he got in the program. Alright? He fucking revealed on one of his recent shows that he was asked to go on Bill Maher's YouTube show. And Bill Maher smokes weed. And he drinks alcohol on his show. And Steve-O said, I don't want somebody blowing marijuana smoke in my face. He doesn't blow the smoke directly in the person's face, first of all. Second of all, you've been sober for how many years? Your sobriety is so fucking fragile that you can't be around somebody smoking weed? Bro, you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch believing cult-like bullshit. And that cult-like bullshit is the 12-step program that says that any drugs. No. So weed, you can't have weed if you get off of alcohol. You can kick heroin. You can kick fucking heroin in Narcotics Anonymous. And if you just want to live a life where you just smoke weed, just weed, the rest of your life, no, you can't do that. You can't, no human being in the world could ever pull that off, except, me. Yeah, I still do coke, every once in a while. It's not like all the time like it used to be. I used to do it every day of my life. And now I just do it when I party, And when do I party? Maybe twice a week, Maybe sometimes, if it's a good week, maybe 4 times a week. If somebody, like a doctor, were asking me how many drinks of alcohol do I have in 1 week, somewhere around 50, roughly, give or take 15-ish, up or down. I don't think that's, that's probably more than the average person, but, it's still, I don't think it, that's what they call functioning, right? But Steve-O doesn't believe in that shit. He's a fucking bitch, bro. I fucking can't stand him. Oh, Bill Maher wanted to smoke weed around me, and I couldn't go on there because my sobriety is so fragile. I can't be around somebody smoking weed. Holy fuck. And you're one of the tough guys from fucking Jackass? And you can't be around somebody smoking weed. Holy fuck. You're a bitch, dude. I hate Steve-O. I hate him. Okay. I can really see that people didn't like the Steve-O stuff. That could have really crushed me. Crushed my spirit. Maybe we can win the audience back. Maybe we should get a little bit high first. We'll we can probably have a better show if we get it to where, like, my eye butthole is puckering. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My eye butthole is puckering. When you start getting the eye tightness from being stoned, you know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Panda voice is on point today, dog. It's been a while. the dogs were trying to eat the half geek. Oh, what do we got here? Oh my God. Oh, that is great. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, y'all don't even know. Jesus Christ. Look, let me show you. Let me show you. I just want to show everybody. Okay. That's not. That's real. How does he get his dick hard for that? Now, granted, we photoshopped the hat on her head. Okay, that's the only part of that is her eye is actually like that, which caused him to say, what does that say, people? What does that say? When wifey decides to go full on tard. Oh, the guy with the special needs kid is calling his wife a tard? Whew. Yeah, that's a good look. He's tagging his wife. He's tagging his wife. You know, so that all of her friends and family that, you know, can fucking see that shit too. Yeah, I just called her a fucking tard. Yeah, we got a special needs kid. What? It's normal, right? Did you see the picture? You gonna tell me she didn't look retarded? Well, you want to argue in defense of her face didn't look retarded in that picture? That's what I can see Half Geek saying. And can you disagree with him? For once in your life, can you disagree with him? This is what I call the bittersweet contradiction. You know? Every once in a while, as much as you despise somebody, you go, God damn it, he's got a point. Maybe it's Trump. Maybe it's Biden. You go, as much as I hate that son of a bitch, maybe he's got a point. Maybe it's Paranoid Panda. All right, we had pretty good momentum there for a while. I was in the groove. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to something that we were talking about. earlier because it is a subject that is near and dear to my heart. As I know a lot of you may or may not know, I am part of the LGBTQ community. What part of it am I part of? Sometimes I dress up in a dress, so sometimes I'm trans. I'm not trans every day of my life. I'm trans every once in a while. And if you read the bylaws, which are also a pun, it clearly states that you don't have to be gay every day to be part of the rainbow flag. It's clearly in the fine print. That's bold. It's not fine at all. If even you're just a little bit gay, you can be part of us. We'll take anybody. We'll even take the asexual who don't want anything at all to do with sex, even though every other part of this is all about sex. It's all about. I'm bi. That's all about sex. I'm gay. That's all about sex. I'm trans. That's all about sex. I'm plus. That's all about sex. You know, and I remember, I'm sure you guys remember, there was a time, I guess it was around like 2014, when the gays were like, we just want to get married, guys. What's the big deal? You know, we just want to get married, just like everybody else. And a lot of reasonable people said, you know what? That seems fair. Good God, why can't we allow these people the same freedoms that we have? It seems unfair. We should give them the right to be as miserable as us and be able to get married, said the cynic. And then you fast forward to 2024, because I think it was around 2015 when it went to the Supreme Court and they legally said, hey, gays can get married. And look at what's happened. They made Easter a trans visibility day. You see, this is all orchestrated. It'd be very easy for me to come here and stand on a grandstand and say to you, the viewer, they're doing this to attack the Christians. And there is a level of truth to that. But you see, if you just focus on that, you're missing the grand point. Okay? They could have picked any fucking day. They could have picked any day. And they picked Easter. And do you know why they picked Easter? Anybody want to say in the comments why it is that they chose Easter? And listen, they tried to put a spin on it. They go, oh, it wasn't the Biden administration. Biden didn't do this. It actually was. There's proof of that. There's an official statement. All right? So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Does anybody know why they did it on Easter? Go ahead. You can put in the comment. I'm going to tell you, but I want to see if anybody can get it right. Uncle Ed, welcome to the show. Because of rabbits and Easter eggs? Because of that's kind of gay? You know what? You're really close to the real reason, Ed. Some people, it's going to be shocking. Some people, it's going to be shocking when I tell you. but cross breeding, well, listen, let's talk about crossbreeding for a second, okay? So, when you're doing marijuana cultivation, crossbreeding can be a wonderful thing. When you are Jewish, crossbreeding isn't really allowed. It's very frowned upon for a Jew to marry a non-Jew. In fact, it's much more common that the female will convert. Oh, well, I'll become a Jew. Rebirth. EA, you fucking, you nailed it. But there's an asterisk that's attached to that. Because of out of everybody in the Bible, Jesus is the biggest faggot. So because of that, they said, look, it makes sense with the rebirth. And look, you guys can say, look, as somebody that's part of the LGBTQ community, I can say somebody else is queer or somebody else is a fag. And let me tell you something. In my professional gay opinion, I believe Jesus is a gay guy. All right. He was really close with his mom. He was distant to his father. He fucking had ripped abs. He was always eating with dudes. It's like every gay guy that I know. Every gay guy that I know. Ripped abs. Distant to his father. Close to his mother. Always eating with dudes. Never a woman anywhere around. Always eating with dudes. But Jesus wasn't gay. Okay. All right. If you're gonna, look, but the Christians are gonna take great offense to this because they don't see the faggotry that is connected to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And a lot of them don't even recognize, the brutal sacrifice of his body beaten and bruised beyond recognition. Nailed to a stick. That doesn't mean anything to them. All they care about is mutilating their genitals and feeling like they're their best self. And God love them. You want to stand between that? Statistically, yes, a lot of them do regret, certain things. Like the fact that they have to use a fucking catheter for the rest of their life, or, a shit bag, a fucking colostomy bag. That happens too. Those people, they got the raw end of the deal, Look, this is a new technology and things are going to go mishap. But you got other, look, don't go downstairs messing with that. That's my personal opinion. You need to leave your genitals alone. It's a nice idea, but the science isn't there. That's my personal opinion when it comes to transitioning that. Now, if you want to do a mini Manson and chop off your titties and have a nice big fat pussy down there, go girl. Go guy. Go soldier. That's gangsta. You said, fuck these titties, I'm a man. And then once a month, your pussy fucking bleeds. And you're reminded of how much of a man you aren't when you have to go and purchase tampons. But listen, these things, Look, Minnie Manson is an exception to the rule. I want everybody to know before they start getting off on some weird shit. Because Minnie Manson was born with a penis and a vagina. And they snipped off his dick. They made the decision. They said, no. You got a perfectly good pussy there. This penis that you have, it's tiny. It's ineffective. It's going to be like that dude that tried to fuck EA once that she didn't want to get too descriptive about. Because she knew that it would be better to tease Rusty Trombone's balls a little bit. I get it. Look, everybody's got their own style, you know. I say go for it, though, all right? But, look. Probably makes blood sacrifices with that blood. Look, there's a very good possibility he uses it for finger painting. I wouldn't be one bit surprised if he wore it as makeup in one of his videos. You know? But here's my thing. Is they made the decision to snip off his dick. And later on in life, he made the decision, you know what? I'm supposed to be a guy. They cut off my dick. I actually feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad. Like, look, man, you think that that's not going to fuck with your head? Of course he's crazy. Of course he's a fucking nutcase and a fucking... See, and this is where I think God is gonna cut me a little bit of a break. Yeah, you were super aggressive against that bitch Lily that had a fucking throat plug and she was paralyzed from fucking throat down. Piss bag, shit bag attached to her hip. You know, you went too far, Panda. But you extended consideration to this freak Minnie Manson. This satanic piece of shit who probably inspired somebody to do a mass shooting. But look, him being involved with a couple of pedophiles allegedly has nothing to do. Him being in a relationship where he would only wear high heels and stomp on her husband's balls. You know, I don't even... you can't believe everything. You can't believe everything you read on the internet. If I was tech savvy, I could put on the internet somewhere that I'm a robot that ingests cocaine. I was programmed by the U.S. government. They used the corpse of my body from Vietnam. And my sole purpose is to murder children. Specifically, the zombie children that are going to come about in Revelation after the red cow sacrifice. And they start building the new Jewish temple, which has to come about for the Messiah. Everybody knows about this one, right? EA, Uncle Ed, y'all know about the red heifer? I know you know about October 7th when those Muslim terrorists paraglided into Israel and took a bunch of hostages and murdered a bunch of people. I know you know about that. Well, did you know that the reason they did it was red cows? They said, yeah, this superstition that they have is why we did this attack. This superstition. They had to find a perfect red cow. It couldn't have one white hair. it could never have had a yoke on it. Like, it's got to have all of these things. It has to have all of these check marks for it to be fit to be sacrificed. And they found 5. All from Texas. All from the same farmer. 5 that were perfect. It's been over 1,000 years since they found a fucking perfect one. Israel bought all 5 of these fucking cows. Now, EA and Ed, here's where the problem comes in. Guess where the temple that they want to build, the new Jewish temple, guess where the location is? The Dome of the Rock. The number 3 most holy site for the Muslim faith. Well, what you probably don't know is that the Jews have been digging tunnels underneath it. And the foundation is starting to be compromised. There's starting to be cracks in the ceiling. There's starting to be cracks in the foundation. And they will not allow anybody to come in and take a look at it. They're digging shit underneath it. They're probably gonna make it fall in on itself like a fucking 9/11, you know? Collapse in its own footprint. And then they're gonna rebuild their temple. Now, there's huge support from American Christians. You see, 2 completely different things are gonna happen. All right? The Christians believe that the temple will be rebuilt. There will be turmoil. The Antichrist will come along and make a peace treaty. And then, I don't know, it's like 7 years goes by or something, and then everything goes to shit. And then Jesus can return. So that the Christians want that to happen because it's part of biblical scripture that Jesus will return once that fucking temple is rebuilt and the Antichrist comes and fucking calms down the world's problems as a false do-gooder. The Jews have a different idea of what's going to happen if they rebuild that temple. If they rebuild that temple, their Messiah is going to come back, which is not Jesus. It's not someone specific. There are some, because there's different factions. There are some people that think it is going to be a specific guy. Anyways, when that Messiah comes, then Goyim, which if you're not a Jew, guess what? You're Goyim. And doesn't Goyim sound like such a nice word, for a non-Jew? It's kind of like with gays, the way that, you just used to be straight. Now you're cis. Because there's more respect involved, right? Isn't that the way that works? Make up a new word. Oh, I'm cisgender now. I'm cisgender. Like little sister. They emasculate you somehow with this new term. You're cis. You're cis. You're not straight. What are you talking about? Anyways, the Jews, they say Goyim for people that aren't Jew. And it sounds nice, doesn't it? It almost sounds as nice as cis. Maybe a little nicer. I can definitely tell you it's actually more disrespectful. Goyim is not a word that they use that they refer to people in reverence towards. Goyim is basically your scum. And when their Messiah comes back, you will basically be a willing slave towards Israel and the Jews. It will be of your own accord. They're not going to demand it. They're not going to demand it. You're going to want to be, to work for their health. Hey, I didn't write the fucking, that's just their version of it. That's really their version of it. Don't you love Jews? You should. I know that the Christian conservatives love the Jews because it all plays part of their overall version of how this whole thing's going to go down. It might be completely different than their version, but they're both striving towards the same goal at the end of the day, which is the destruction of the current game. Blow it up. Let's play a new game. Let's go to some religious mythology shit. Let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see it, like, let's make self-fulfilling prophecy of where, you know, look, is it really important to us to fucking rebuild that temple on that particular piece of land? Yeah, it's huge. What a big deal to us. It's going to make it, it's way more important to us than them to continue to have it as a holy site. Fuck them. We supersede. Can anybody get behind that? Can anybody get behind the fucking... You know, we don't throw around the word genocide lightly. But they attacked that goddamn hospital again. You know, the hospital that they said was a Hamas hideout with tunnels underneath it, and they overran it. And they said, see, we were right. Look. And there was an eraser board. They were like, oh, it has plans on it. And it was just people's work schedules. And then they had like a bag of guns that totally wasn't planted. They were like, yeah, see? Pretty much everybody believes that was bullshit. Okay? They fucking blew up that goddamn hospital again. Trying to say, oh, well, they went back. Hamas went back there. That's why we did it. There's a couple of other things that happened recently. You know, there's been an absurd amount of journalists being killed. It's almost 100 journalists. Almost 100 journalists have been killed. Easily over 30,000 people have died. A lot of them women and children. Easily 14,000 kids. You know, it's hard to get specific numbers. You know, unless you're dealing with the Holocaust, then you can easily just say 6 million. You know, you don't need anybody to actually do any accounting. You could just go 6 million, and if anybody doubts that particular number, then they're an anti-Semite, and they can't be trusted. It's definitely 6 million. It's not one person less than 6 million. I can guarantee you that. You'll never hear me say otherwise. But back to Elliot Page. Elliot Page is probably counting his lucky stars that he wasn't working on some Nickelodeon show. That he was just working with fucking Bryan Singer. And seeing how Elliot Page wasn't a boy yet, Bryan Singer wasn't interested in sucking his female penis, which is a clitoris. I don't know if you knew that. But you come to a Paranoid Panda show, you'll be learning some shit. All right, we're at an hour and 16. You know what that means? I single-handedly have done a longer show than any 4 or 5 person Zompire podcast. They can't do a full hour. They did it once. And then you're lucky to get 57 minutes. Probably going to be around 54. You know, if we had a bigger following, what I would have somebody do is the math. You know who's good at math? Berkowitz. It's not racist for me to point that out, that the Jew is good at math. It would be racist if he was Asian. And now you need to search your soul a little bit, your personal soul, and ask yourself why that is. Why? Because math is attached to money? That's why Asians are good at it? Oh, because Jews are good at money. That's why he's good at math? See, why are you so racist? I'm trying to make you a better person, you know? So you don't have to go to the extreme of getting a fucking a tattoo of Africa on your chest, you know? I don't suggest you ever do that. Let me tell you something. When you go to jail with a tattoo of Africa on your chest, I don't suggest it, okay? I'm just going to be real. I don't suggest it. It's all fun and games until you're locked up in jail. And then it's completely different. You know, the one thing I will say about black people, and I don't think anybody's going to say this is racist for me to say this, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree with this comment, which means it's probably racist. Black people, as a general rule, they ain't shy. As a general rule, black people ain't shy. You see how we talk about them with a degree of respect? You know, we're not calling them skillets over here. You know who does call them skillets? Old fucking Jurassic liars. They're skillets. Have you people ever heard of a black person being called skillet? Seems racist to me. I assume he means like cast iron. It's kind of funny. Because I'd be laughing at racist shit sometimes, you know? You know what I mean? That's why we try to dance around some racist shit sometimes. What I want to do is I want to get a 5-minute set of jokes. I had a couple of laughs here. And I want to get 5 minutes because we at where I work, like once a month, they have a comedy show. And I was thinking to start my set, I go out wearing a dress and I have a children's book. And I'm like, oh, I thought this was the queers reading books to kids thing. Oh, this is a comedy show? Oh. And then, you know, I'll like, I guess I don't need this then. Okay. And then go into my material. I think that would be a funny way to start out the show. Oh, I'm just here to read some stories to kids. And then, oh, this is a comedy show? I pull out that fake dick. Oh, I won't be needing this then. That's funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then if in my mind, this is how Paranoid Panda sees it. And then in the next one, I'll wear the half geek underwear instead of a dress. If it goes good, I listen. I will admit, a couple of my coworkers said they don't think that the audience is ready for Paranoid Panda. Because periodically, Paranoid Panda shows up at where I work, you know? He'll say something. You know, this voice. Something that I would say. He's a part of the fucking team. And look, I make people laugh all the time. All the time at work. Fucking Matt said to me the other day, hey, why did you refry those fries? And I said, because I don't want them going out limp like your dick. Zing. Why'd you refry those fries? Because you be bullshitting and leaving them in the fucking window too long. So I fucking threw them back in the grease so that they go out seeming fresh. Seeming fresh. So they don't go out limp like your dick, motherfucker. Fucking get stepping. Run that shit. Fucking asking me stupid questions, fool. The fuck? You know what I mean? Fools be tripping. Matt, oh, I got a big one here. Nice. All right. All right, listen. Matt's a funny guy. He's portly. Can I say that? Can we say that? That's not fat shaming, right? To say portly? He's portly. Anyways, I've been recently saying that he has sex appeal. You come in here fucking flexing your goddamn sex. You think you can just get away with whatever the fuck you want because you got sex appeal, bro. It ain't right. And it's so absurd because this guy's got Zero sex appeal. But because Paranoid Panda's a funny motherfucker, he just keeps insisting that he has it and he's flexing it way too much. That's funny to me. I'm sorry. That's not funny to you. Fuck you. That's funny to me. You know, that's the kind of joke that I would do to you if I knew you personally. Yeah. That's why I try to downgrade EA's sex appeal, which it never works. I got Rusty Trombone whispering in my ear stuff about fucking that goddamn movie Ginger Snaps. EA, ask Rusty Trombone about Ginger Snaps. Let me give you a way that you could, like, approach the subject with him. Just say, I heard you're a big fan of ellipses. That's a ... Ginger Snaps? ? Send him that message, EA. I heard you're a big fan of ellipses. That's ... Ginger Snaps? ? Make my day, EA. Do that for me. You don't understand how funny and awesome it would be if you did that. I promise you, not only will I love it, he will love it too. He might love it more than I do. And if your husband reads it, how's he gonna get mad at you for it? Like, that is an honest question. I was just like, what the fuck? I heard you're a big fan of ellipses. Ginger Snaps. I just wanted to see it. It's a pretty good movie. You know, it's not the best werewolf movie. It's interesting. It's pretty good. I didn't know he was such a big fan. I was curious. Wanted him to elaborate on what he loved so much about Ginger Snaps. Because it was just okay. But the way I heard that he loves them... Wait, was he talking about food? What was he talking about? That's why I asked him, husband of mine. Whatever he responded is on him. Clearly. And if there's any doubt in your husband's mind, you play back this timestamp. Right around an hour and 25 minutes. Watch this, husband of mine. Listen, Paranoid Panda breaks it down real good. There's no way I could have known. This is entirely on Rusty. Panda's innocent. He couldn't have known either. How could he? I actually have tears in my eyes. I would wipe them away, but I got this sweet mask on, and I'm just going to post up. Look at this. See my shoes? Those are Evil Dead shoes. True story. You can get some wild shit on fucking Etsy. Dude, they got some of the dopest Child's Play shoes, but they're like $300. But they are so fucking badass. I want them. I almost bought them. I almost did. But I bought a different pair of shoes. Not these. And they fit. But it's not a comfortable fit. And what? Was I talking about condoms and comfortable fits? Why would I be talking about condoms and comfortable fits? Was I trying to circle back to this thing? I feel bad that the condom is broke, but it does add a little bit of flair, I would say. That it's tattered. It wasn't tattered when Greg Chung Lee met it. He met the aborted baby in a fucking condom. Hour and 33. Let's look at the let's look. Oh yeah, I talked about that. I'd like to give a quick shout out to anybody who ever took a shit on a vagrant while they were sleeping. If you happen to be in the house, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. It is not something we ever say. We just did that, and even as a joke, it hurt our soul. It literally crushed me, and god damn it. Okay. Anyways, look. You really got to ask yourself some questions about Half Geek's wife. You know that he told her, look, I got this Oscar Isaacs. I got Zobi to make this frame with this mat that says Oscar Isaacs, and it says his character name, Poe Dameron, which means that now, yes, you could take the mat out of the frame and put whatever you want in the frame. You got the frame, yes. But that mat is very specific. Not only does it have the character name, it has the actor's name. Which means you can't put a Moon Knight because Moon Knight's not fucking Poe Dameron. So he tells his wife, look, I'm gonna fucking be able to double my money. I'll get this fucking frame. It'll be nice. And I'll fucking post it. and then he posts it, and then he posts it again, and the price keeps going down and up. It's going down and up. He's taking the frame away from it. He's giving you less and charging more than one of the previous posts. It's all over the place. He's specifically now focusing on trying to sell it without the frame. Something that he invested in, and it's very specific. What are you going to fucking do with it once you get rid of that Poe? Are you going to get a different Poe Dameron picture than the one that you already had? What the fuck is going on? And I guess his wife just agrees to it. The only time she's bright is when he's throwing a lamp at her. I swear to God. That's the only time that bitch has got any brightness to her at all, is when he's fucking throwing a goddamn lamp. Now, I wrote that joke and I put it in the phone. I wanted to remember to do that joke. You light it up. You tell me that was a good joke. You pricks. I think it was pretty funny. The only time she's bright is when he's throwing a lamp at her. Otherwise, she just goes along with it. Yeah, you're gonna make money. We're losing money now. What a surprise! You used to have your own group where you could promote this shit and eventually get rid of it. You remember those good old days? You remember the good old days of whenever you bought something, it was just a commercial for you selling it? Because literally right after he did that video for that fucking Poe Dameron, it was up for sale. Literally right after he did the video. As per usual. If he has something for 2 months before he tries to sell it, that's rare. Which I would say was the Motley Crue. I think he had it for about 2 months before he took a multiple $100 loss on it. What an idiot asshole. Can you imagine? Like, you got it. You have it's certified. It's a special frame. It's got all of the members. Mick Mars has now left the group and his health is bad. Maybe he's got 2-3 more years. Like, you hold on to that and then you sell it. You wait till a couple of those motherfuckers are dead and then you sell it. That's how I preferably would like to get rid of my Hellraiser. I don't want to sell that Hellraiser until at least 2 or 3 of the people on there are fucking dead. Because then it's going to be worth some real money. Until then, I'll keep it because it's fucking awesome. And it's better than anything that's currently available on any of the fucking websites. Mintage, Zobi, bullshit ass BAM. Y'all want to talk about BAM? Good God. What a fucking joke. Now they got you get a mystery signed Funko for $100. And they showed 3 Funkos. And as a fuck you, only one of those Funkos is worth $100. The one in the middle. The 2 on the side, those aren't $100 Funkos. What are you fucking talking about? They're not. I mean, technically, yeah, you could try to resell it for $100, Good luck. I don't see anybody get like, I'm not buying it. I would be more interested in trying my chances with that than their other bullshit. But I honestly, fuck BAM. BAM has made too many oopsies. We sent it out. The COA doesn't match the person that actually signed it. We're blaming Beckett. We didn't check it. We sent it out. We took their word for it. We didn't check our own product before we mailed it to you. We had zero quality control. We're just handling it from here to here to there. We're just a middleman. Don't blame us. Okay, fuck you. And then there's the issue of people were getting charged fraudulently. Oops. We didn't mean to charge you. Oops. Hey, you know what? You guys have been in business for years. You should have your shit together by now. I don't want to fucking hear it. Every time you try to pass the buck, oh, well, it's this new company that we're using. Like when you started sending shit out in bags. Oh, it's this new company. You always try to pass the buck off to somebody else. You never own up to your own shit. Fuck BAM. There, I said it. And I'm this close to feeling that way about Zobi. Zobi's on some bullshit too. But honestly, I think it's a fucking joke. The $40, $50 boxes. In large part, are a fucking joke. And a waste of money. And you get a bunch of dumb bullshit that's just fucking cluttered around. Like, where is it? I don't see it. Oh well. It's because of this. It's blocking it. Anyways, my point stands, even if I didn't make it. I'm right. The old panda's been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 13. This is for the gamer crowd. Final Fantasy 13 was widely rejected by the fans. I didn't know that until I was maybe 40% in. And my response to that was, I can see some negatives. It's very linear. It's very, you got to go this way and make the story proceed. Sure, this way might, but you don't have multiple ways to get there. There's not a lot of shit off to the side. It's very linear. That's a solid complaint. It's not until chapter 11, I guess. Is that it? there's a chapter where you get an open world. You can go anywhere you want. You can do missions. And there's like 3 or 4 different areas you can go to. And then it was for part 12, chapter 12. It was very fucking linear again. And I was like, oh shit, are they going to let me go back to that area? Because I wasn't good enough to beat certain shit there. By the time I got through the end of that area, I was good enough to beat that shit. And so I really wanted to be able to go back, and they let me go back. So that's now where I'm at in that game, is the fine touches of bragging rights. Hunting down the monsters on the missions. Because sometimes you pick one and, oh, well, it's this yellow icon that they haven't explained how you fucking activate yet. Or I went to the location where the monster's supposed to be, and the monster's not there. So there's like 2 of them I can't do. And so I wasted all of the time trying to do them. That's kind of a pisser. I got 2 more done last night, though. That, once it opened back up. So 2 I couldn't do, and 2 I did successfully complete. And I got the rewards for it. And I'm convinced that the more of them that you do, the better rewards you get. And that's how you get the special shit that's going to help you beat the fucking game. I could probably proceed to the next point in the story, which will probably lock me out of going back to all the other areas. I'm going to do as many of those goddamn missions as I can to get the extra shit. It seems smart to me to do that. Now I've got so many extra points that I've not used. Once it opens up the Crystallarium, the skill tree, because there's 10 levels. I'm on level 9. Everybody has 3 main skills. You can learn the other 3 at a certain point. The way I look at it is, you should only learn 1. And with lightning, I'm not even fucking with an extra one. But Vanille, I did Saboteur. Not Saboteur, but Synergist. And with Fang, I did Ravager. And it just turns out she's one of the best Ravengers in the game. So, she's a bad bitch. Once it gets past, once they learn the skill, and then there's not another skill, I'm not spending any points. Not until it opens up more, and I can learn new skills. Then I'll fuck with it. Until then, I'm saving the points. Everything else is maxed out. The main 3. And, all of the weapons are maxed out. But there are components that can be given to the weapons to upgrade them more. I currently can't afford the ingredients to do that. It's a lot. It's like 60,000. Yeah, there's been times when I had that money, but I was doing other shit. Anyways, even though it's not super loved, it is pretty good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great. But I'm over 100 hours in. There's a ton of fucking grinding that I've done in that game. An absurd amount. There are nights where I'd just be sitting here, you know, partying and playing for like 7 hours from point A to point A1. See, point B would mean that you proceed in the story. I would go right up to the point where you proceed the story and then go back and fight everything again. And then go back up to that point and then back again. And just do that for fucking 7 goddamn hours. Isn't that fun? Shouldn't I start doing live streams of me just doing that? Just fighting the same shit over and over again for 7 hours? Wouldn't that be fun and exciting? In theory, I suspect a person would be able to beat the game without fully leveling everything up. It's probably absolutely possible to do. Fuck that. Hey, EA, go ahead and ask him. Don't forget the ellipses. It's like the most important part. Boy, we had a good laugh, Rusty, and you were involved. Well, I had a good laugh anyway. EA might not be here. She might not even know. Son of a bitch. Talk about the replay now. Hey, if she shows back up, I'll redo my bit. No, listen, you're misreading it. It was really funny. You were involved, but for once, it wasn't downgrading you. It was actually, in a way, uplifting and supporting one of your fantasies. But you know, if you want to be all emo and shit about it, you know, I can switch it up, I guess. It reminds me of that scene where Harvey Keitel says, "Piss on this turd," and flicks a cigarette butt. Piss on this turd. It reminds me of that scene for some specific reason. I don't know. It just comes to mind. Yeah. I wish she was still here, man. Yeah, speaking of peeing, I need to pee. Now, we could do a long show. I could play Final Fantasy 13 and make you assholes watch it. We could turn this goddamn thing around. It's big. This is a big screen. It's like, hold on. I don't know how to, it's, I can't make this, oh, here we go. I'm a little bit retarded too. It's about that big. You started playing a new game? The Ghosts of New Eden. Well, my roommate gave me Star Ocean. I remember playing Star Ocean back in the day. I haven't started it yet. I've been all about Final Fantasy 13. I'm relatively close to the end. I'm convinced that I'm at a part where they're like, hey, you can go do all that extra shit, or you can move forward and beat the game. And I feel like I should do the extra shit. Because once you proceed, you can't do any of that extra shit. You can save it, go and beat it, and have that save where you beat it, and then have the other save where you can still go and do the other shit. I could do that. They made one or two sequels to this one. And allegedly, the complaints about 13 are not valid for the part 2. There's like a part 2 of 13, and then there's like an extended part, I guess. I don't know if it's available for PS3. I could look into that. If it is, I'll probably want to get it because it's like the same characters. I wonder if it's going to let me keep my same shit from the previous. That'd be some bullshit if it's a sequel and I got the same character and I'm starting out with some bullshit. Give me my fucking sword that I've upgraded to the highest level. Minus the secret ingredient. There's a secret ingredient where you can upgrade the... Listen. It's one sword, and you upgrade it all the way, and you add a secret ingredient. And then it changes into a different weapon. And I fucking fully upgraded that weapon. But it does have a secret ingredient that will go one more time. So there's 3. And I don't have that secret ingredient. I probably should. Yeah, I'm probably getting a PS5 in around November-ish. Here's the deal. My roommate wants to get the PS5, but around November, they're going to be coming out with a better version. And so he's going to want that version, and he's going to have the other one. And so I'm just going to buy the other one off of him. So he says, yeah, it's stupid that I'm doing it that way, but I'm kind of the saving grace in that equation. So, the first thing I'm going to do is fucking get goddamn Grand Theft Auto 5, I guess. Because, and then when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I'll get that. There are things that I'm really excited about on Grand Theft Auto 6, and there are some things that I do not think is cool. Have you heard about the weapons, Rusty? Have you heard about the weapons in Grand Theft Auto 6? The weapons degrade over the course of a 24-hour period. Like, the more you shoot that weapon, the less accurate that weapon is going to be. And you're going to have to take that weapon to the fucking ammo place and have the weapon repaired. That's fucking dumb. I don't like that at all. That's stupid. That's not fun. That's not fun. Allegedly, there's going to be horses. Yeah, well, I don't like that. Was it a big deal in that game to you? They should. It's annoying, but no, not a big deal. Listen, they should make it to where you have a cleaning kit and you can do it yourself. I'm way more okay with that. Like, I got to go to a fucking location and they got to do it for me. I should be able to do maintenance myself on the gun. If there's some way that I have to, like, go and learn that ability, then fucking put that in the game. Well, they're doing that. I'm not crazy about that. Everything else seems legit. You can go to jail. You can actually spend time in jail. Like, that's the game now. You're in fucking jail. I think that's fucking awesome. You can carry gun oil and clean it. Yeah, there should be something to where you should be able to do it yourself. Otherwise, I think that's dumb. I don't like it to where you're forfeiting your ability to do shit yourself. And that's one of the great things about Grand Theft Auto 5, in my opinion. And what makes it one of the best goddamn video games of all time. That map is fucking huge. There is so much shit to do. It's insane. I beat the fucking game, and there's still shit that I haven't done. Technically. There's different locations where you can play tennis, and there's different people you can play fucking tennis against. If you played Grand Theft Auto 5 and you didn't go and beat all those people, then you didn't do everything in the game. That's just facts. Thing with the fucking darts. I beat the first bitch. Now I gotta beat the second bitch. I can't beat the second bitch. I haven't spent an entire night trying to beat the second bitch. I could do that. At some point, I probably will. That's the good thing about Grand Theft Auto 5, man. It's a good fucking, just throw it back in. Just go back. It's fucking legit. And having the ability to go online and play it, I'm sure is a whole other thing. I'd probably love that shit too. Especially with the fact that, like, my homies, you know, like, I'd be able to play with you. And my fucking roommate. I'm sure the three of us could get into some fucking trouble. You know what I mean? I think Berkowitz has got a fucking PS5. Did you play the Spider-Man game? Did you play it? You finished it. One out of 10, Dale. I mean, not Dale. Who the fuck is Dale? That was EA. Titty whore name. My bad. That's women that, you know, they got a name like Taylor. Or trans girls. Named Dylan. You know, I hear Dylan. I think it's some James Dean motherfucker like 90210. I see Dylan after I hear Dylan, and I see some beautiful bitch that is trying to do a tuck on his penis, but is too scared to go ahead and go through with the titties. And so he's just got those little fake ones. The bullshit. I'm taking feminine hormones, and I'm getting these raisins now. I got these little flabby. They're nothing. Go through with it, Dylan Mulvaney. Go through with it. Get fake titties like Blair. You know, and go with. You know, I Googled it to see how common it was for women to be named Dylan. And it's a lot more common than I thought. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't think that's a good feminine name. You know? If you want your girl to be about 40 to 60 pounds overweight, wear a vest, and hang out in dyke bars, sure, go ahead. Name her Dylan. See what happens. Roll the dice. See if she ends up wearing a vest and having a short cropped hair. cut like a man for some reason. Yeah. For some reason, she wears more fucking tank tops than a man. You know, there's always like, you know, some dudes, they always, you see them, they're always in a tank top. I don't know what it is about but I know fellas like that. Have you ever known a fella like that? I've known a fella like that. Have you ever seen a dyke like that? I can say dyke. They say that. It's not, I don't say it in a hateful way. They're part of the gay team as well. Lesbians that are pushing back a little bit against the trans community when these trans are saying, look, I'm a lesbian woman. I want to be part of the lesbian community. There are some lesbians in that community that are going, hey, wait a second, buddy. You're on a dating site and you have a fucking penis. And we're not about penis. I respect your right to identify as a female, but in my mind, you're not the type of female that I'm looking for. And rightfully so, the trans says, well, that's transphobic. You're hating, you're discriminating against another gay. That's not right. You're calling into question my womanhood. That's not right. Have you seen that recent interview with Elliot Page? He has a movie coming out soon where he, the character in the movie, is transitioning to a real boy like Pinocchio. And, they figured who better to play this role than Elliot Page. This is something that they can personally draw from. This is something they personally know. They know. You got to go with the correct pronouns, good sir or madam or somewhere in between. Listen, you would think when you're representing in a movie, because when you're a little twink boy like Elliot Page, how many roles outside of Umbrella Academy do you think they're going to dangle, in front of you? Look, I'm holding out for Pinocchio. I think Elliot Page could make the best Pinocchio. I want to fucking see a line where Elliot Page says, I'm a real boy. That would be chef's kiss moment of just greatness. I don't care if people want to criticize it. Hey, that's woke garbage. I don't want to see Disney doing this kind of. Listen, let Disney do that, please, for the love of fucking God, for the love of my Lord and Savior, broken, beaten body, nailed to a stick. For the love of him, please let Elliot Page play Pinocchio at some point. But anyways, in this new movie that you would think Elliot Page would be excited to talk about because, they're drawing from something personal, You're a trans kid coming out too. They did an interview. And he didn't look very happy. He looked pretty miserable. And so I'm looking at this, I'm going, you came out with your Page Boy book where you alleged that somebody said, I'm going to gay bash you in North Hollywood. everybody immediately said, this is obviously a Jussie Smollett type situation. What person in the world would yell, I'm going to gay bash you? That's bizarre. It's not natural. It doesn't just like, maybe somebody that was mentally unstable, maybe they would say something like that. In that off chance, let's play devil's advocate for just a moment and say that Elliot Page, that he wasn't lying or exaggerating when he said, hey, someone said they were going to gay bash me, and they specifically said gay bash. Maybe he was telling the truth when he said that. Who are we to say that he was misrepresenting? But some of the internet, they immediately said, that's Jussie Smollett shit. Come on, man. You should have, you should have went the whole route, with the bleach and the noose. Jesus, Elliot, you're half-assing it. This was a big reveal in your book. Interesting. But we support all of our trans. It's a beautiful thing that you're still getting work as a man now. And in a show where in the first season it's established that you're taking pills to suppress your powers. These are pills that were basically prescribed to you because of your father. Your father who wanted you to forget that you have powers. So let's suppress it and take these pills. Now, in season 1, her character falls romantically inclined to start dating a guy. Season 2, she starts dating a married woman. In season 3, she has transitioned into a man. Okay. So when everybody says to you, oh, what is this? I've always been a dude. I was a dude in season 1 when I was with a dude. I was a dude in season 2 when I was with a married woman. I was a dude the entire time. That dude in season 1, he didn't know. He's gay. Every time he stuck his dick in my pussy, that dude just became more of a faggot. Every time. It's like, dude, you're gay and you don't even know it. You're so fucking gay. Look at you. Walking around like you got fucking glide in your stride and a dip in your hip. Come on, boy. You as gay as they come now. You've been fucking a dude all along. You didn't even realize it. He, didn't even realize it until season 3. And they could have made an easy explanation for that. Oh, well. That medication that I was taking that was fucking suppressing my powers, it was suppressing who sexually I really was supposed to be. That it was all that medication. That medication is to blame for me thinking that I'm a fucking girl. I've been on that medication since before I started puberty. I wasn't allowed to go through a correct puberty. I passed over it because of this fucking medication that's been convincing me that I didn't, suppressing my fucking powers. They could have blamed it all on the medication, but instead they went with, nah, I've always been a dude. I've always been a dude. I was a dude when I was fucking a dude in season 1. I was a dude when I was fucking a chick in season 2 that was married. I was a dude all along. Did either of them have any idea that they were with a dude? No. Season 2 chick, she thought she was having a lesbian affair. No, she was having an affair with a dude. Well, joke's on her. Because in the world of things, all right, let's just say you got a married couple, all right? You're just John Q. Public, you're Joe Bag of Donuts, you're the average man who's married in an average marriage, okay? And the woman steps outside of the marriage vows. She steps outside of them. And if you compare your personal feelings of, well, did she fuck a dude? Or did she fuck a chick? Because if she fucked a chick, a lot of dudes are barely even going to count it as cheating. They're like, word? How'd that go? Like, tell me more. Like, not all. A good chunk of them are going to be like, well, that's fucked up. You should have at least told me beforehand, but, I kind of see in the moment and blah, 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 but that's still fucked up. There's going to be some of that. There are going to be some, like holy, people, the people that are extreme religious, they can't take that there was a gay betrayal. So there's some people that would be like more upset about it. But as a general rule, most dudes would be more okay with their wife cheating on them with a woman. At least the woman is giving her something that I can't. I can give her dick. She had to go get dick from somebody else. That hurts a man. Doesn't it, Rusty? You gave Spider-Man an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that was a good one. Shout out to anybody who ever had their old lady cheat on them with a woman instead of a man. Holla, holla. Whew. Oh, I was putting in the wrong side. You ever put it in the wrong side? Happened to me once. bathing Bubbles is truly an adventure. I always end up soaked, and she always shakes her naked little booty at me and runs away giggling. Shakes my head. Let's look at the facts. She's at least 9 years old. And in not only my opinion, but a lot of other people's opinions, I'm not alone in thinking this. Shout out in the chat if you agree. It's bizarre to sexualize your child in a post, regardless. Like, regardless of who you are. Like, if you were a celebrity, if it was Kim Kardashian, that it was her words. If Kim Kardashian was talking about her child that was about 9 years old and happened to be special needs, and she said, bathing this child is truly an adventure, exclamation point. I always end up soaked, and she always shakes her naked little booty at me and runs away giggling. Now let's flip it and say it's a boy. You know, because obviously, if a 9-year-old daughter is doing that to her mother, is that really a huge deal? Probably not. But if her 9-year-old son is shaking his naked booty at her and running away, now it's getting weird, right? So how is that not applicable here? Right? It's fucking creepy. It's bizarre. It doesn't matter who. You could go to like a top tier celebrity. It was fucking, you know what? It was imagine if Robert Downey, you know, after he tried to promote the bug paste. Y'all don't know about that? You know, Klaus Schwab said you'll eat bugs, you know, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And then Robert Downey Jr. went around promoting people eating ground up bugs in a paste. It's a powder. Oh, it's good for you. Just eat. It's good for the environment too. You just eat these bugs. Do you realize you can get all these fucking nutrients that you need from this bug paste? Just calm the fuck down. Do you realize what you're going to be doing for the environment if you eat this? This is good. Look, I'll eat it right in front of you. It's good. You'll eat fucking bugs. Are you excited to eat bugs? Somebody's going to be eating ramen noodles like a motherfucker. Not eating bugs, bro. Not eating bugs. I ate snails. I did eat snails once. So I guess I have eaten an insect. It was escargot in mushroom caps. And it was quite tasty. It's quite delicious, actually. I guess we should talk about the solar eclipse. You know, some people are freaking out because they suggested that you have a full tank of gas and 2 weeks worth of food. So you know what the Paranoid Panda did. I did buy a large amount of ramen noodles or ramen noodle type product. It would be boring if it was just all ramen noodles. It's not. There's a whole bunch of little variety. They got the lo mein, beef, and chicken. I always go with the beef. Sometimes I'll bring some of the chili home from work. Add it to that. Fucking, it's legit. And then they got the fiery ones, you know, the ones that are in the bowls. And then they got some that are in cups. I probably didn't even know about the ones in the cups. I was thinking about doing a real video and doing a tier list for ramen noodles. I have to pee. Hold on a second. Okay, now this is going to be fucking exciting because Okay, so this is super exciting. You can come right over here, Bubbles. Bubbles is gonna, yeah, right.
Vamos, tío, que vamos, que somos, es martes y tenemos que celebrar.
Yeah, see, listen, Bubbles, we had people wondering about this post that your daddy made that said, let's see, what was it? It says, bathing Bubbles is truly an adventure. I always end up soaked, and she always shakes her naked little booty and runs away giggling, shakes my head. Is this true, Bubbles? Please explain.
Vamos, tío, que no. Que la marinada de esbirria es diferente. Que un poco más de guajillo y un poco más de achote, tío. Vamos. Bueno, achote no, ya que sea... Si es tu gusto, pero sí. Pero si no, vamos, que es diferente.
So it is fucking true. So did he ever touch you inappropriately in a way that maybe CPS would be concerned about?
Oh, no, tío, vamos, que tenés que moler, poner a tostar los chiles primero. Ya sea los chiles o ya sea el ajo, el garlic. Pero si queréis, vamos, podéis hacer lo que queráis.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you cleared that up because there could be some serious legality involved there. Now, let me ask you this. Has there ever been a situation where, because he was talking very thoroughly about your wet butt, has there ever been a time where he touched your wet butt inappropriately? Maybe like slipped in a digit?
Oh, no, vamos, que después de que los tostáis, pues tenéis que ponerlos a hervir, rehidratarlos, ponerlos un poco más suave. De una vez que ya están suaves, ponerlos, poder molerlos. Y al molerlos, pues tenés más pulpa del chile. Vamos, tío.
You know what? I am so glad that you came in here and fucking cleared this up, Bubbles, because listen, we don't ever want people to forget that your daddy posted this, and we needed to get this straight from your mouth, because look, this is about you. We can't talk to your daddy because your daddy is a bitch, and he refuses to talk to us because we're too threatening to him. But we got you, and I thank you so much, Bubbles. Thank you.
De nada, tío. Vamos, gracias. Y arriba la patria.